Morning, everyone. Dan, how are you?
Hey, John, great.
Excellent. So, refresh the audience. How many children run around your house or did once upon a time?
Six.
No. I'm sorry?
Six.
Six. I thought I had a lot with four.
Well, four are my biological kids and two are my stepkids.
Okay. Yeah, they're six. You have six kids. It's all good. So, I was thinking a little bit about salespeople that come out of an environment where they have children or had children in the household and salespeople that don't.
Mm.
I think there's a lot of value in the sales environment having kids in your world, whatever stage they're at. So I think yours are similar to mine. Mine are between 20 and 25 now. So they're all pretty much out of the house. We see them sporadically, et cetera. But the learning, you learn about rejection, you learn about people saying no or needing to tell people no, the emotional roller coaster, picking your battles, all those kinds of things are learnings that come out of having kids. So, can you talk a little bit about what you see in that framework for salespeople that they can garner from those kinds of experiences?
Let's start with the first thing, which is everybody is in sales, even if that's not your title. You're in sales if you're a parent, but you're also in sales if you're married or dating someone, or if you just have a circle of friends and you want everybody to go to a restaurant of your choice, right? We're all in sales. So let's
Yep.
start with
Yep.
that. Lessons learned from having kids, as an example. Well, you learn a lot about psychology, how to use
Yep.
psychology to get your kids to do or say things. You learn about listening skill sets, you learn about questioning skill sets. But here's something maybe elsewhere that you kind of go with this is helping your kids with goal setting. Even if it's, hey, I want to get an A in this class or a C in this class, or I want to succeed at tryouts for this particular sports team or for this play. And so helping them set goals and action items behind those goals to accomplish that. And then if I could summarize it all, at the end of all of the experience of raising our children, at least my hope is as they get older, I really kind of go from not just being their parent, but also being their friend.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
think in sales that can happen as well. You know, we get a customer or a client, and over time, that person or that company becomes a friend of ours.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll never forget after my first child, my daughter was born. She was maybe 3 years old, give or take. And we were down to my parents and she's doing something. And I look at her and I'm like, hey, stop doing that. Just stop doing that. And she stops and she walks away with her head down a little bit. My dad looks at me and he goes, what are you doing? I go, she needs to stop doing that. He goes, uh-huh. You going to sit over her shoulder the rest of her life and tell her what to do and what not to do? Dad, where's this coming from? Like, what's on her mind? He goes, why don't you ask her why she's doing it? Why don't you ask her what she thinks she's going to get out of doing it? And it kind of, it's one of those little things that stuck with me forever when it comes to sales on stop telling people, ask some questions, ask them. And it's just that reinforcer for me that goes a long way from having kids.
Yeah, and I think the lessons learned in all of this is what we do in our relationships with family and friends
Yep.
directly relates to what we do in sales. If you think it through.
Yep. No, perfect way to end. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have fun.